Hey, what's up everyone? On this video, we're going to go over the 4th run of Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. We will focus on the new characters, the stories, the major DLCs, and the game overall. This run of Street Fighter V had barely any new content for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. However, the new characters will be Kage, E Honda, Lucia, Poison, Gill, and Seth. Let's go over the characters first.
One true Hano!
The launch character was Kage. This is basically a different take of evil Ryu. Kage's story starts off with Ryu meditating. A presence has appeared from his shadow.
Kill them all! Kill them all! Kill them all!
That presence looks to be on leash and is going after Sagat. Kage defeats Sagat, but he is not intimidated by Kage. Sagat now understands what Ryu has gone through with that power of his.
Ryu, now I understand what you are fighting with.
I wonder if this was part of Sagat's main story when he was able to feel the Dark Hodo. Anyways, Kage confronts Akuma. He identifies Kage spot on. He's just a shadow.
The boy? No, just a shadow.
They eventually fight. It appears that Kage is the victor, but throughout the fight, Akuma has been treating Kage like a nuisance. Eventually Akuma gets rid of him.
A shadow that can't be contained and won't be tamed.
Back to Ryu. He is seen meditating again. Kage is sensed by Ryu. Ryu confronts the enemy within him. However, he chooses not to fight back. This pisses off Kage. Even though Ryu lost the fight, it seemed like he didn't even care, because he has his own path to choose. Kage will be another version of evil Ryu. I'm actually okay with his design. I know most people don't like the horns and tusks, but I'm okay with it since it resembles a Oni. As far as his story goes, I find it funny how Sagat, Akuma, and Ryu treat him like a nuisance. They're all like, whatever, you're not real, be gone. Now that I think about it, I don't even think they took Kage seriously, even though Kage had murderous intentions.
The main event! Yoisho!
E Honda returns as the legacy character for Street Fighter 2. I love how Capcom has been self-aware for his reveal.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold it right there!
Honda will be the first of the Summer Trio characters. E Honda's story takes place in the bathhouse. We got Laura enjoying her stay. Meanwhile,
Hold it right there!
Honda gives Laura some tips.
Before you get in the tub, put your long hair up. That's good manners.
Later, Rashid enjoys his stay at the bathhouse.
Whew! Now I'm totally refreshed. Now, Rashid of the Turbulent Wind will dry his body, and he'll do it just like this!
Meanwhile,
Hold it right there!
Honda lays down the rules on Rashid.
When you come out from the bath, you must dry your body well. But making a tornado in the changing room is forbidden.
After that incident, we have Ryu meditating in the showers. Meanwhile,
Hold it right there!
once again, Honda lays down the rules on Ryu.
No training in the shower! Stop right now!
And then Honda opens his Sento.
Honda Sento! Grand reopening!
Man, I could actually summarize this story in 2 words. Fans service. It's not meant to be taken seriously at all. Plus, it's a great way to promote his bathhouse stage, in story, and literally by his stage. Good job, Capcom. Good job.
Do the crime, you do the time.
Lucia from Final Fight 3 makes her debut in Street Fighter V. Her story starts as she's getting a call as she's starting to make noodles. Hager informs her about a lead that the Mad Gear gang is attempting to take out the mayor. Lucia decides to look into it. She checks Abigail's shop, but it looks like Abigail is legit. She checks on the mayor and we see Zeku leave. It looks like it intertwines with Cody's story in Season 3. Cody and Lucia reminisce about the old days and informs them about the threat she heard. As Lucia comes back home, she's greeted with her noodles. Lucia's story is pretty much a Final Fight reunion with Abigail and Cody. There was no follow-up on the threat, but it was cool to hear Haggard in the story. I also really enjoy Lucia's gameplay. She's really fun to play with.
Can't start the show without the star, right?
Poison will be the last of the summer trio characters. Her story starts in the Bay Area of Metro City. She meets up with Roxy. She sees Abigail and wants to check out his fighting spirit. It looks like there was a fallout with Hugo and Poison, so she wants to recruit Abigail. Abigail is a legit businessman, so he declines the offer. Poison gives the mayor an offer to be a star, but it looks like he turns it down as well.
About that offer to make me a star. Can you ask me again when my term ends in a few years?
Lucia comes by to check up on Cody, and I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Lucia's story. Lucia and Poison have a chat about their boys Hugo and Cody. Anyways, Hugo returns, happy end.
Harmony. That is the truth of what you must seek.
Alright, so I'm really glad that Gill is in Street Fighter V. He has a great presence even back in Street Fighter 3. His story starts off with Colleen making an arrangement for Gill's unveiling. How will Gill expose himself to the world? Easy, just fight G on a live stream. After all, he is the president of the world. They exchange dialogue and then Gill leaves. The fact that Gill's fight went viral pisses off Urien while Colleen observes in the back.
Gill!
Urien demands Colleen to arrange a meeting with Gill since he knows she's been working with him.
So, Rat, why don't you bring Gill to me? Did you think I was unaware that you were sneaking around, plotting with the Emperor? Now we'll know which one of us shall rule!
Urien is later defeated by Gill, and it drives him crazy.
Why? Why can't I defeat you?
Gill then leaves. However, Urien's not pleased with his defeat.
Wait. Look at me! Gill!
Gill doesn't look back anymore, and then he leaves Urien.
Please look at me! Gill! Gill!
Unit 0 activated.
My name is Seth.
The last character reveal will be Seth. Seth is back in a new body. Seth's story starts with Jury in the lab and looking for a doll. Little does she know that Seth's memory is still intact into the system. She booted up a doll, underestimating it. However,
Well now, little piece of junk. Time to wake up.
Well, Jury, who is a piece of junk? When did you start speaking to me that way?
Oh, crap. Seth?
Seth's memory believes he was the one that defeated Bison. In fact, it triggers Seth that he was a number doll.
Never call me by a number! I am a king. I am not your stupid doll.
Seth is back with a vengeance. Seth is bloodthirsty for Bison, and it looks like that vengeance is going to be taken out on Jury. Jury managed to get out due to an error in Seth's memory. She leaves, however, Seth is now on leash. Meanwhile, Ed and Falk are confronted by Seth. It looks like their psycho powers has driven Seth there. Driven by rage, Seth is blind to notice that the man he is fighting is not Bison. Falk steps in to assist, but the bloodlust increases for Bison. Ed and Falk leaves, but it looks like they acknowledge that Seth is being attracted to the psycho powers. I gotta say, Seth is really fun to play with. I love the ability to copy your opponent's skills by using the V skill, and I have a blast using Seth's tool in combat. If I have to criticize the character stories, I'll say these stories feel like filler. I think the only one that builds up is Gill's story, and that's only because it leads to the timeline in Street Fighter 3, but even his story was pretty boring. Honda's story would be the best in comedy and fan service, and I think Poison and Lucia's story kinda intertwine with each other, but still these stories are whatever to me. However, with that being said, holy smokes, Seth's story is bonkers. His story has so much drive that involves Ed and Falk. Since they have psycho powers, is Seth going to continue to stalk them? Seth's legacy can actually carry over to the next Street Fighter timeline. And you know what? Seth is okay in my book. After the launch of Kage in December 2018, Street Fighter V has been lacking in the fight money department. I used to love doing the weekly challenges and the extra Shadaloo soldier fights, but this was a bad way to start the new season. Without those challenges, I honestly didn't see replayabilities aside from playing online. In late February 2019, the Capcom Pro Tour bundle has been announced. I have to say I love the new stage. It's a Metro City themed stage with lots of characters from Final Fight making cameos. It's a cool stage, but the Shadaloo stage is still my favorite. For a limited time, ads were back in Street Fighter V, and I do remember there was a promo for the Uniqlo collaboration. The shirt designs were okay in my opinion, but why is the art on the loading screen better than the stuff that we see on the shirt? Seriously, look at these loading screens. The art is so good. I wouldn't mind having the shirt with these designs. If you turn on the ad content, you will get a little bit of fight money. Can you believe it's been 9 months since Kage was released without any new content? And I'm not including the DLC stages and costumes. Anyways, it wasn't until August 2019 at EVO is when the next characters was announced. The summer trio was E Honda, Lucia, and Poison. And it was leaked a couple days before EVO. This went really hard on Capcom, because it really showed that they really wanted to celebrate these characters' reveal at EVO. I kinda wish I wasn't exposed to the leaks, because I was at EVO. I wanted to get that fresh experience, but whatever. I actually was excited that the game has something big planned. And now that I think about it, this run of Street Fighter V has a lot of ads. There's ads for tournaments, ads for clothes, ads for sales in bundles. I honestly won't be surprised if we get more ads, because Street Fighter V esports will be in the Tokyo Olympics. So with that being said, I do love these tracksuits that the characters are wearing. There's only 2 colors to pick from, but yeah, I like seeing the roster wearing these tracksuits. I like to imagine the characters competing for the Olympics. Now, if I sound negative about Street Fighter V Arcade Edition's 4th run, I'm not really. But I will admit, I'm not a fan of Capcom taking their time to put out new content to milk the game for esports. I'll be honest, it worried me to think that the game had no plans at all. With lack of fight money and no season pass announcement, I was thinking maybe the game was done abruptly. I also felt at the time that this review was overdue only because the game was stalling. But things have got better. Not only did we get new characters, we got second V skills for all the characters. I do find that some of them are useful and some of them are whatever to me. By the time the Summer Trio was announced, I was actually enjoying Street Fighter V again. Street Fighter V has its ups and downs, but it does grow on you in time. Now that it looks like Street Fighter V is reaching its end, Capcom has to sit back and reflect on past mistakes from having a bad launch, leaks, and bad netcode. Oh, the netcode. On a positive note, I could say that Street Fighter V feels like a complete game now. In fact, Street Fighter V Champion Edition is now out, which includes every character, every stage, every costume. You also get a special pre-order color for all the characters in the game. The only thing lacking in Champion Edition will be the fighting chance costumes and colors. That you still have to gamble fight money for. Oh yeah, fight money is kinda pointless to have now, unless you really want those fighting chance costumes from a knot. But I have to say it's pretty cool to have all the main bosses from Street Fighter in one game. Sagat, Bison, Gill, and Seth. We get to see them all in action, as one villain's arc is done, and another one is about to begin. Alright, so I don't know if I'll be going over Street Fighter V Champion Edition, since this video pretty much covered everything on the 4th run of Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. If there is any updates, I'll make another video specifically for Champion Edition. Let's just hope the future of Street Fighter will be a bright one next generation. I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you did, it would mean a lot if you hit the like button. Comment on your thoughts on Street Fighter V, Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, or Champion Edition, and make sure to subscribe. I am out. Peace.